Welcome back for round two. This is David from MTG Grinders here with Trent Clark. This time we have Zach Purden, we believe, trying to read his writing here, versus Casey Peterson. Now, Zach is on Jeskai Tokens.
That's correct.
Where Casey is on Asban Aggro. So we'll tune into this match and see how this all unfolds.
So Casey does, he's actually written down Asban Aggro. I ended up playing against Casey twice through the day, once on camera and then another when I luckily enough made the top 8 and I had to verse him again. And it seems like the deck goes a little bit later. It's got copies of Nissa Worldwaker, Elspeth, obviously there's a Wingmate Rock in his hand there as well as a Siege Rhino.
So you reckon he's tried to fool us with the running sheet here a little bit?
Well, maybe not fool. There's definitely some Fleece Main Lions and some Death Dealers and things in there, but the deck does tend to run a bit later, and yeah, I copped the rude side of that in my matches. It applies a lot of pressure and can go a lot later. Whether that comes from the sideboard or not, I'm not too sure. But
excellent. Well, maybe we'll see some of this pressure during this particular match. And there's the sign-off slip handed over by the judge. I think maybe he just wanted to get his hand on camera.
Just a 3 and go. It's interesting for the Asban Aggro player.
Now, what was cast just there? Raise the Alarm.
Yeah.
There we go with our couple tokens.
Ooh.
And Snap Bile Blight.
It's not a bad one. It's very quick, very quick to get that one down.
I said it was very much a Snap Bile Blight. Obviously, that was the Raise the Alarm at the end of Casey's turn.
These are nice planes. I like that planes.
Unhinged.
Yep. Absolutely.
I'm checking. So
Just
a little bit of class in the deck list there.
It looks like Zach is caught off blue. 2 red whites and a white. That's potentially very, very bad.
Now, what sort of defense does the Jeskai Tokens deck have if they are caught off blue? So they've got the red white. Do they have Lightning Strike, Magma Jets, anything like that?
You've got the red package. So you've got the Stoke the Flames, which works really well with your tokens and your Jeskai Ascendancy. Obviously, which can't happen with cut off blue. But then you've got Lightning Strikes, Magma Jets. I'm not too sure what other things they run. Like you can also have interesting copies of Arc Lightning, or and if you even wanted to go more control-y, you could run Anger of the Gods and stuff. But
being Jeskai Tokens, he'd still have access to Seeker of the Way and Hordly Outburst.
Oh yeah, of course.
Not much of that helps against the Siege Rhino, however.
Yeah, the aim of the Ascendancy list, I think, is to hit the ground running in this matchup. The Bile Blight was actually really nice, and I won't say it punishes, but for not being able to hit that blue land, it could be just really, really tough. The second Raise the Alarm coming out in the end step.
Now, is there any time with Asban that on turn 4 you're not going to cast a Siege Rhino?
Not particularly.
I mean, it's just that good a creature, isn't it?
It's pretty good. It's up there.
It comes in and gives you a massive body.
He's certainly a dude.
Plus a 6-point life swing.
Yeah, he's got 5 toughness. I mean, what's the line? Like, maybe attack and maybe stoke his guy. Like, I'm not sure. And that could be actually
That could be it. Attacking with one of the Raise the Alarm tokens.
I don't buy it. And Casey doesn't buy it.
No, he doesn't buy into that.
And that's probably correct. It's very hard for Zach to have a good line right now.
That being said, he's left the 1 back, so if Casey does attack with the Siege Rhino, he can block and then stoke.
Yeah, I suppose that's fine, but it's still not where you want to be. The Ascendancy list wants to have Ascendancy. It wants to have Outburst. It wants to be doing things, not doing things. Like every Magic deck, it's it's victim of magic, I suppose.
We'll see if we can glimpse his hand. He certainly does have a Stoke the Flames in there.
A Lightning Strike
and a Lightning Strike.
So he certainly has some spells, and some very powerful spells.
I think he's got 2 Lightning Strikes, in fact.
A
third of Raise the Alarm.
Oh, imagine that Bile Blight now. What a blowout. But even still.
But casting the 3rd Raise the Alarm doesn't mean he can stoke, but he's not stoking for too much longer.
It's yeah, this is This is
This
rough.
is tough.
Yeah, this is not nearly knocking you off your chair. I think it's hard. It's hard.
That's a hard comeback measure. Getting rid of 4 tokens with the 1 Bile Blight. Couldn't even do that against pack rats if they had 4 tokens out.
No, it's yeah.
So that's some true value there.
The main deck Bile Blight's really paying off for Casey in this. I mean, having I'm not too sure how many he has, but just being able to get those cards on the board, especially against this token list and token lists in general, it's very, very strong. Very hard to beat through, even with like a resolved ascendancy and things.
So Zach looking for what line he's going to play with here. I think he's got double stoke, double lightning strike,
and it looks like the 4th raise and a Jeskai charm. So he has 18 points of burn in his hand right now. And
Casey's on 21 life versus 13. I'll let it come down to 9 now.
It's a lot of gas, but he's running out of time. I think this Wingmate Rock is just going to just fly in here and say hello, but maybe the raise.
There's the 4th Raisely Alarm. So you start a hand with 4 Raisely Alarms and 3 lands. Do you go with it, or do you mulligan?
I have no idea. Like, not even sure.
I'm not saying that that's what this hand was, but
I have no idea.
hypothetically,
It doesn't seem great, to be honest. Like, I literally have no idea. I don't play the Jeskai Ascendancy list, but I've played against it a few times, and to be completely honest, I wouldn't be that upset to see my opponents keep that kind of hand.
Yep.
Resolved Wingmate Rock. Yeah, it's just
well,
the door's just getting slammed here. It's very hard for tokens to do this.
So the Wingmate Rock coming in with a buddy because of the Siege Rhino. And look, if your opponent's keeping 4 Raisely Alarms and you've got 2 Bile Blights in hand, well, there's not too many issues there. But I think he's just top decked more burn.
He looks like he's got all the gas, but he just can't.
So how quickly can he run this burn in?
I think he can cast 1 spell a turn. He can cast literally 1 lightning strike a turn.
Unless he,
and it does.
So he can stoke end of Casey's turn.
Stoke the Wingmate Rock before attacks. And
if
take 7.
If he draws a land, he can fire off both lightning strikes.
But if he doesn't do anything here, he's just dead, right? Like, he has to block with that soldier token or take 10.
But the Siege Rhino's got trample, so blocking with the 1/1 is not doing much.
That's
and we think this is pretty much game here.
That looks like a wrap, to be honest. There's no terminus off the top. There's no saving grace here. I don't think.
I'm hoping the Jeskai tokens deck can make a bit of a comeback, to be honest, because I'm a big fan of combo, as you know. And I find that there's not a lot of combo decks in standard, so I like to see them do well.
It can go hard. When it goes hard, it probably goes harder than any other deck, to be honest.
So that's adding +1/+0 and lifelink.
Yep. There's a trigger for 3 already, so Casey will get a 24, and then that's 13 points of damage. That's
blocking 1 from the Rhino.
It's trample.
Which is, but it'll trample over.
So he's got the stoke. He's still got the stoke. However, he does have to take 1 to play it.
So you got 4/8 from the Wingmate Rocks at the moment.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's still lethal. I'm pretty sure he has to fall to 9. That'll be. Actually, no, that's only 8. So yeah, he'll fall to 1. He'll fall to 1 with these attacks. So buys himself another turn. Bird and Rhino in hand. On the field with Siren.
It gains a bunch of life, going up to 32 versus 2.
Goes to 2. I think my maths is terrible.
And so untapped 3 lands. I'm not sure what he can think that he can draw to get himself out of it.
He drew the Ascendancy, but he can't play it. Yeah, and there we go. Probably picks up his cards.
Enters the scoop phase, and we'll be back for round 2, game 2, very, very shortly.